All right, so Harbhajan Singh, 2 defeats, consecutive defeats, almost in a similar fashion. Where do you think India is going wrong and what do they need to do to bounce back in the third ODI?
I think Team India need to come up with a better plan. Honestly, they are not making the new ball count in Australia, which is very, very important. You have 2 new balls operating from 2 different ends, and I think a new ball is very, very important. With new ball, if you don't pick wickets, you're always going to go for a lot of runs in the later on. So that's exactly what is happening. I think the lengths need to be little fuller and inviting the batsman to come forward and play those drives through covers, and then that's where your slip come into play. And I think India also need to understand, what Australia is doing as a bowling unit. Their lengths, of course, have been different. That's why they are getting the rewards. So Indian team, I think they're not making the new ball count, which is very, very important. Hopefully, in the third game, we get to see them, picking wickets with the new ball.
Right, we have to make the new ball count. The ODI series is lost, but you have still a match to play. What changes, Harbhajan, what changes would you suggest in the last match that we haven't seen, and so that we can still have a balance in the team?
Well, this is an opportunity for Team India to test other people as well. Like Natarajan is always there as a left-arm seamer who could be a very good option in Australia in those big grounds. And of course, we have seen over the years now Kuldeep Yadav and Chahal, whenever they have played together and they have done really well. It doesn't matter, with against what team and on what sort of conditions. So I think that could be another option, playing 2 spinners, together, wrist spinners, which can produce those wickets. So in that case, you might have to sit Ravindra Jadeja out, but or maybe Mayank have to sit out and KL to go up in the order. So then you're playing with 6 bowler, with Jadeja bowling, as many over as he can as a 6th bowler.
Right, let's dig deeper and analyze our 3 premier fast bowlers. Firstly, Navdeep Saini. Navdeep Saini has been absolutely smashed by the Australians. His best in the 2 games is 1 for 83. His economy rate is 9 runs per over. As I said, absolutely destroyed Navdeep Saini. I don't see Navdeep Saini playing the 3rd game. Moving on, the silver lining for India's bowling has been Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami has picked up 4 wickets. His economy rate is just under 7. Good economy rate as well. Plus, up front, he's been bowling very well. That's why everybody was asking why Shami was taken out of the attack. We know Virat wanted to change his end, or he wanted to change the end. But still, 2 overs from Shami up front does not work. Thirdly, Jasprit Bumrah. He has to perform if India have to win. Economy rate of 7.6, just 2 wickets, no wickets up front. That's not going to work in India's favour. Well, Boria, Majumdar, we've spoken about this. Jasprit Bumrah has to do a lot more. I do not see Navdeep Saini playing any more games. And up front, how do we get those crucial wickets up front?
It's important again to understand that it's not swinging for you. So the conventional way of pitching it up, ball moves, 2 slips out, that's not going to happen. So you've got to come up with ideas. Your plan B, your plan C. I want to bowl short, maybe yes, because David Warner's not playing. So there will be a new opener, whether it's Matthew Wade, whether it's Manas Labuschagne, whoever opens for Australia will be uncertain because David Warner's not playing. Pep him up with short balls, bowl into the body, give him something that he's not used to and bowl at pace. Try and intimidate, do something. And with Steve Smith, give yourself 15 balls, like Michael Clark was saying to me the other day on Inspiration. Tell yourself, I've got to get 15 balls, Steve Smith out. If that means 2 slips, 2 slips. If that means a closing catching. I don't care what you do. Go for the attack, absolute upfront against Steve Smith. Even if it's Donald Bradman, he will take 20 balls to get going, 15 balls to get going. You've got to take that wicket there. Because after that, he'll get 100 or 60 balls. So that's your chance. Whoever it is at the top, go hard.
Right, Boria was talking about those attacking balls, short pitch, fast-paced deliveries, and those are the deliveries that have got our best batsmen out. Virat Kohli and especially Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer has been intimidated by the short ball. Here's what Shreyas Iyer has to say.
We'll see. The 2 losses, we are going to take it very positively because we played a really good cricket in terms of batting. obviously the bowling wasn't up to the mark, but I'm sure that the bowlers, they are really positive with their work ethics. And also when we hit the gym today and the practice session, we could see few of the bowlers really going out there and practicing with certain plans. And the meetings have been spot on. So we are very much determined to go out there and win the next game and see to it that we don't have a clean sweep. I'm sure that they are world class bowlers, and with the with the mindset they have, they'll definitely come back strong in the next game. And you know, I really believe in them and also the coaches who've been working with them. So yes, I wouldn't blame them for any other reason, but yeah, I'm really happy with the work ethics they've shown at the practice. But I definitely know that they have planned against me, so I'm really happy. At least they are, coming up with a plan against me to get me out. So I feel very overwhelmed, and I take it as a challenge because you see, I thrive under pressure, and also, it really motivates me to go against them. And they set an attacking field, which really helps me to score more runs. So I take an advantage of that, and I see to it that I make the best use of it.
Well, he's happy that they have a plan against him, but unfortunately for India, that plan seems to be working. And Harbhajan Singh, you win some and you lose some, but what is startling to see is the body language of this team, and you usually don't associate this kind of body language with the team led by Virat Kohli.
Well, it has to come from within. I feel the body language is something you need to, start taking the responsibility as individual to do your best to make sure you're there in the game and you're thinking in right terms, and what you have to do to do good for Team India. So as a bowler, if I was there on the park, I could have gone for maybe if I've gone for 5 over 50 odd runs, I would always think that next 5 overs, what are my plans and what do I need to do better. So I think body language obviously will start from captain as well. If he'll show the right sort of body language and positive body language, he'll rub the body language on the others as well. So you need to keep believing in yourself as a player. So I think that's something Team India is lacking at the moment. They must talk about this and come up with a better plan, and of course with better body language as well. It doesn't matter if you lose the game, you lose the game, but you go there and give your best and make sure you enjoy the game. And at the moment, what I see on the TV, Team India is not enjoying the game. It's just about they are just going through the motion and letting the game go away from them.
Yes, well, we spoke about the bowling at length. Now let's have a look at the Indian batting. The mighty Indian batting, starting with the king, Virat Kohli. Missed his century just by 11 runs in the last game. Looked spectacular, shots all around the ground, under pressure, mind you. Was caught out, but brilliant catch. Still, Kohli has to do much more. He has to match Steve Smith if India need to win the final game. Well, moving on from Virat Kohli, it's one of my favorites, Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan, look at that. I mean, an average of 52. He's already his best for 74 in the first game. Again, gave India a good start in the second game. He is an attacking batsman, and we are banking on Shikhar Dhawan. He has to come good in the third game as well. His partner in crime, Mayank Agarwal, he has got those 20, 25s that start, but he's not being able to convert. He has to convert that 25 into a 50, a 70 into 100. We are banking on Mayank Agarwal, especially after that huge, unforgettable IPL tournament. Moving on, KL Rahul, so dependable, always dependable KL Rahul. 88 runs, highest to 76 in the last game. Got out, it was sort of a loose delivery, a full toss in the first game. So KL Rahul, yet again, you saw how consistent he was in the IPL. He has the ability. He can do much, much more. And finally, Hardik Pandya, one of the most destructive batsmen in the world. Even Adam Zampa said he is just a nightmare for the spinners. So Hardik Pandya, again, in the first game, 90 runs. That was a crucial partnership with Shikhar Dhawan, chasing that total of 375 runs. Again, in the last game, he failed. But, you can never back yourself too much if you're chasing 390 runs. So Boria Majumdar, once again, the batting, although Mayank Agarwal, as I said, has got starts, he's not been able to convert those starts, even though he's just played 2 one-day internationals in Australia. So again, you are saying you will continue with the same batting lineup. No scope of moving KL Rahul up the order to open the innings and get in a Manish Pandey, dropping Mayank Agarwal.
No, because you've got 310 and 340. Normal circumstances, would you take that 100 times out of 100? Yes. It's just that, if Australia would have batted second, I would have wondered if they would have been able to chase down 350. The answer is no. When you're chasing 350 plus, you are always under pressure. Every ball you're under pressure. Having sort of faced that kind of pressure to be able to get 340 was quite commendable. I don't think batting is a problem. I think fielding is. Ravindra Jadeja dropping catches, Ravindra Jadeja misfielding is an issue for me. I think the bowling needs to get better, like I said. I don't think batting is an issue. And again, I'm saying it, I think India will get better. I'm treating this as a 6-match series. The 6-match white ball series, I think 2 down, India has the ability to bounce back and make it, 2-all or something like that going forward.
100%. We do have the ability. But Harbhajan Singh, now, I have asked you this question many times, and I hope I don't have to repeat this question throughout the series, but what do you do with Steve Smith? He seems to be batting like he's from a different planet. How do you get him out?
I think the best way to get him out or to put pressure on him is just, make sure you're not giving him anything to start with. When he walks onto the field, make sure your first couple of runs, you need to really work hard for that. If you give easy singles to him, obviously he's a quality player, and with the new rule, you always have 5 fielders in the ring. There are always gap to hit boundary, but you have to make sure he's hitting the ball where you have the fielders, and we need to bowl better. We need to bowl better length to him, and definitely he's playing some unbelievable cricket, but he's not unstoppable. I think we need to plan a little better. Maybe play 2 spinners against him and bowl both of them together against Steve Smith, because against spin, he's not that comfortable to start with. And if he'll play spin up front, maybe for 6-7 overs, that'll create a chance for us to take him out early.
Yes, well, Harbhajan Singh wants to see both Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav in action. But Harbhajan, tell me this. Even India made 308. India made almost 340 runs, 338. So did India play poorly, or did Australia make India look poor?
Well, Team Australia, they have definitely showed they were the better team on the field, and last 2 games they have dominated throughout the game, with the ball, with the bat, and with the field as well. I think they've been brilliant. And as rightly Virat also accepted that they've been beaten by the better team. And I think today, if we talk about who's the better team, and I think the result shows that Australia, they played better cricket. And if India need to compete or beat Australia, I think they need to pull up their socks and start doing better what they've been doing at this stage. And only Virat Kohli or KL Rahul or Hardik Pandya, 3-4 guys will not win you the series. There might be one individual who will play a blinder inning, can win you 1 game. But if you want to win a series, you need to have 6-7 guys together doing the job. Hunt together. So that's exactly what Team India need to do. So I think Team Australia at this stage, they are very much high in their confidence, and they have proven they are a better team.
Right. You know what? We've spoken about Steve Smith, but one man who's been equally electrifying has been David Warner. He's carried that form from the IPL into this much hyped series against India. Back-to-back 50s for David Warner. Incredible pace. He's scoring at incredible pace. But unfortunately for Australia, it's a lucky stroke for India that David Warner has been injured. Well, your friend Boria, David Warner, very unfortunate, as I said, will not be able to play the last game, but he has been on song.
Oh, he's been brilliant. I mean, absolutely stellar. In fact, when he was in the hospital, I asked him what's happening. Can he make it? Obviously, he's out of the white ball series. India would be hoping that he even misses the first test match, because it evens it out. You don't have Rohit Sharma, they don't have David Warner. It evened out. I mean, he was protecting Aaron Finch. He got Aaron Finch into groove, gave him that comfort zone. And because David Warner dominates, he intimidates, he takes the game away from you, I think the match is even. I think Canberra's even. I think the white ball T20 series is even without David Warner. And if India bats and gets to 340, 330, Australia will struggle. So David Warner is a key cog. I mean, he has given Steve Smith that cushion as well. When Smith comes 140 for one, automatically you get it, easy. So that kind of thing will not happen without David Warner. He's a huge player. If he's not playing that first test match also, then, believe you me, India will feel, they've got an early Christmas.
Yeah, well, we wish him a speedy recovery. We want to see David Warner back on the field as soon as possible. But it's been a long tour. Everyone was looking forward to it. India haven't looked good so far. But the question is, can India come back from here? Because it's just the start. The confidence could have been dented with the manner that they lost the two opening games. As I said, it seems like a long series already. Harbhajan Singh.
See, India can come back. India have the team which can play well, and they have the quality in their team to, lift their game up a little bit, and of course, change the results what they've been getting at the moment. So all they need to do is just start improving in their own performances for 15-20%. I'm sure if that will happen from each individual, we'll see a lot different team than what we have seen in the last two ODIs. And, cricket is about confidence. If you win the next one, and of course, your confidence will be better than what it was earlier. And, the better you'll play, you'll start thinking better. And of course, it's a long tour. Every game is an opportunity. So India should look to win the next one. That will build their confidence going forward in the T20s, and then followed by the Test series.
Yes, well, India definitely have it in themselves to bounce back. Thank you, Harbhajan Singh. But stay on with me, Boria, Majumdar. It's time for a short break now. When we come back, we'll discuss just exactly what India needs. You're watching Thunder Down Under. I am Sushant Mehta. Now, India has lost the first two one-day internationals, and the key for the last game, the last one-day international, could be the Zampa for Australia has been outstanding. 4 wickets in the first match, 2 wickets in the second one-day international. Yes, he's been hammered too, but he's got it under control. Economy rate of just 5.8. He's been really good for Australia. On the other hand, our magician with the ball, everybody says he plays chess in his mind. Yuzvendra Chahal, the man who dominated in the IPL, he has just not been himself. Economy rate of 8.48. He's picked up just 1 wicket. Just 1 wicket in 2 matches. This is not going to do India any good. He has to come good in the third and final one-day international. He is crucial to India's success. Boria, Majumdar, Yuzvendra Chahal has to come good, as I said.
Absolutely correct. But 2 things. One, teams have learned not to give wickets in the middle overs to India. So Harbhajan Singh's idea was a good one. Play Kuldeep and Chahal to create pressure from both ends, number 1. Number 2, Zampa got wickets because there was constant pressure on the Indian batters. If Australia batted, second, I would have seen how many wickets Zampa got. So that's another very important point that one has to take into account. So fingers crossed. Again, I say this.
Let me just, Boria, just 1 minute. Let me just get one point in. So how important has the toss been? Because, considering the fact that it was the same ground, Sydney, which is like a run fest. I mean, for God's sake, you're scoring 350 almost every inning. So the toss was really important, I think.
Very hugely. 2 things. 1, Moses Henriques would have never gotten away with 30 odd of 7 overs unless the wicket slowed down. Number 1. Number 2, it is not about 350 wicket. It is about 370 constantly on that board. Every run that you are scoring, you are still up against a run rate. So if India would have batted, say, first in the second game, it would have been that much easier. So the toss has been very important, but no excuses. No excuses whatsoever. You've got to have a plan B and C, which I want India to do. Jasprit Bumrah, intimidate. Mohammad Shami, intimidate. Bowl into the body. Bowl body line, for God's sake. Hurt a couple of these Australians. Bowl into their body. Hit them into the rib cage. Do something because you've got the pace. You cannot rely on swinging because it's not swinging.
I like this aggressive Boria. Majumdar. Well, Boria, let's hope that India can make a comeback tomorrow. Thank you so much. We're going to join you, both me and Boria and Harbhajan Singh. We're going to be there tomorrow. Thunder Down Under, only on India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.